Manatee rescue, Cooley's fight against deadly fishing line entanglement in Florida waters. Manatee rescue, mom and baby saved from fishing line snare. Manatee rescue, Cooley's fight against deadly fishing line entanglement in Florida waters. The heartbreaking story of Cooley the manatee once again shines a harsh spotlight on the hidden dangers lurking in Florida's waters, discarded fishing lines that threaten the lives of these gentle giants. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite repeated rescues, these preventable injuries continue to happen, raising serious questions about how well we're protecting our marine environment. Cooley's recent ordeal was a close call that nearly ended with the loss of one of her precious flippers. The Dolphin Research Center, along with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, carried out a painstaking multi-day rescue operation to free her from the deadly grip of tangled fishing line. This wasn't a quick fix. Rescuers invested countless hours carefully disentangling the lines to avoid causing further harm. Once freed, Cooley was immediately taken to a veterinarian for urgent care before being safely returned to her ocean home. This distressing incident is far from isolated. Cooley has been saved multiple times from similar entanglements, and her mother, Julie, has faced this life-threatening hazard more than a dozen times. The Dolphin Research Center stresses that these recurring rescues reveal a much larger and ongoing problem. Improperly disposed fishing lines are one of the most frequent and easily preventable threats to manatees and other marine creatures. All of us need to step up and take responsibility for our environment, says Ali Proskovic, Public Relations Director at the Dolphin Research Center. When the same animals repeatedly get caught and injured, it shows just how urgent it is to change our habits. This plea underscores the importance of proper fishing line disposal and the dangers of neglecting our waterways. Anglers and the general public are urged to recycle fishing lines responsibly and to report any injured wildlife immediately by calling the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission at 1-888-404-3922. The hope is that raising awareness through stories like Cooley's will inspire more conscientious behavior to prevent further suffering. And this is the part most people miss. While many celebrate Florida's vibrant coastal life, the threat of manatee entanglement remains a silent crisis beneath the waves. It begs the question, are we doing enough to protect these iconic animals, or are convenience and carelessness winning out? What do you think? Could stricter regulations or community-driven cleanup efforts make a real difference, or is the problem too big to solve easily? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation on protecting Florida's precious marine wildlife. Manatee rescue, mom and baby saved from fishing line snare. ****, a shocking rescue that raises serious concerns about our impact on marine life. ***, on June 18, the Dolphin Research Center, DRC, joined forces with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, in marathon to save a distressed manatee mother and her baby. The adult manatee was discovered with a fishing line wrapped tightly around her right pectoral flipper, a line that had cut deeply into her flesh, more than an inch in depth, creating a potentially life-threatening situation. And this is the part most people miss. Even under such dire circumstances, her devoted calf stayed by her side, underscoring the strong bonds in nature. In a swift and decisive move, Dr. Scott Gehord, the full-time veterinarian at DRC, delivered immediate medical care by carefully removing the fishing line and treating the wound with urgent precision. Thanks to this prompt response and expert intervention, both the mother and the calf were able to return to the wild later that same day, a heartening outcome in what could have ended very differently. Gehord's remarks resonate with everyone concerned about wildlife safety. This incident is a powerful reminder of why it's critical to always properly dispose of fishing line and gear. His words stress that such entanglement injuries, which can indeed be fatal, are entirely avoidable with responsible behavior from the public. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the fishing community doesn't always receive enough education on the consequences of their actions, sparking a debate on whether stricter regulations or better public awareness campaigns are needed. DRC is urging anyone who notices a manatee that appears to be injured, tangled, or in distress to immediately call the FWC Wildlife Alert Hotline at 1-888-404-FWCC3922. What steps do you think should be taken to prevent such incidents? Share your thoughts and let's discuss whether current measures are enough to protect these gentle giants or if more needs to be done.